Hey guys, I got a new video for you today. And I know when I did that first Funko Pop haul video, so basically my first video dealing with Funko Pops, I said that I didn't foresee myself doing too many of these videos because that first haul I spent so much money and grabbed so many of them that I didn't think there was going to be that many more that I would be grabbing on a regular basis. Obviously, as you guys can tell, if you guys are following the channel, that went out the door or out the window really quickly. This addiction has obviously taken over, and I've been spending a lot of time and money and resources to go out there and get some of these. Primarily because I had no idea what the San Diego Comic-Con or Summer Exclusive was all about before I started getting into collecting, and I quickly found out that there's there's a lot of them out there, and you kind of want to get your hands on all of them, visit the different stores and stuff like that. So yesterday I posted my haul video for the summer conventions, but I found out that there were some that were actually going to be released today. So today is Friday, the day after the original wave of release from everybody out there. So I ended up picking up a couple more pops today, and I actually ended up picking up two pops yesterday later on in the day, which I didn't include in that video. So I wanted to go ahead and show you guys what I picked up. So the first one is this one right here, and it is the red, white, and blue Snoopy. And I know that there is a lot of talk on this particular model because of the paint flaws that it has. I know quite a few people have said that the majority of the ones that they had been looking at Barnes & Noble all had paint flaws, and sadly to say, I pretty much experienced the same thing. So I actually had the sales associate give me the box. They had them all in a box. Put it up on the cash wrap so I can go through them and find the one that had the least paint flaws, because I really did want to pick this guy up. I think he looks really cool. I don't have any of the Peanuts pops, so obviously that's a really cool one. But he does have, I don't know if you guys can make it out, but right there in between his eyes, he does have a small paint flaw. So again, everybody that I've been kind of listening to and stuff like that have said that they ran into issues with these having paint flaws. I don't know what's the deal with that, but again, I did want to add him to the collection, so I picked him up. The other thing that I heard is because of the size, he's such a small pop to pay $15 for him. A lot of people didn't really see the value in that, but I decided to go ahead and pick him up. So I picked that one up yesterday, and I also picked this guy up. So obviously, as you guys can tell, this is the Strawberry Shortcake, the Purple Pie Man, and the Berry Bird. He's got a little bird, little purple bird right there. Now, this is one of the first scented pops that has come out. So as you guys can see right there, it also has a little strawberry, and it says scented. Obviously, it is part of the summer convention ones, but it's really cool. This is scratch and sniff, so you can actually sniff it, but if you open up the box and you smell them, the Pie Man actually smells a lot more as far as what it's supposed to be scented with. Buddy Dave over at Everyday Geek, he actually opened it up, and he was stating in his video that the band that he has on the hat right there is kind of sticky, and that's probably where they added the scent for the actual pop. Again, I'm an inbox collector. I don't want to take them out, so I'll take his word for it. But in the back right here, you can also see that it says scented. So all the ones that are going to be coming on that line are going to be scented as well. So it'll be interesting to see how those do. So again, I ended up picking those two up yesterday. I went later on in the afternoon back to Barnes & Noble. Actually, I went to another Barnes & Noble, and I was able to pick those two up. So I went out today because I know that I had heard from my local GameStops that they were going to be getting in a shipment that was going to include both the Han Solo with the Chewie's bowcaster and the Doctor Strange with the rune. So I did want to pick those two up. So I actually had one of the associates kind of jot down my information, give me a call when they got it. But I decided to go out and see if I could come across anything else. And I hit up a GameStop that's a little ways away from my house, but it actually has a GameStop and a Think Geek section in it. It's really cool. It's a rather large GameStop. They have a really cool pop selection. So I was able to pick up two pops. Now these are not part of the summer convention. These these are just regular pops, but both of these, I picked up two, so both of these have a particular meaning as to why I picked them up. Now, I know I stated that I was kind of going to stick with the exclusive ones and stuff like that, just to make it a lot easier on my wallet and on me, but there are some that you just want to pick up because they remind you of things and things like that, and that's this one right here. This is in the WWE line. This is Bret the Hitman Hart. And this is my first WWE pop, but I remember watching this guy wrestle all the time when I was growing up. He was one of my favorite wrestlers, and I think they did a really awesome job, with the glasses and his pink outfit and all that stuff. He looks really, really cool, as you guys can see the actual picture back here. So yeah, I think it looks just like him, so I couldn't pass it up, so I decided to pick him up. And then I kind of came across this. I noticed that they had released some of the pops for the new Star Trek movie that's coming out, Star Trek Beyond. So I'm not a really big Star Trek fan, but some of the pops, they kind of look plain in my opinion. But then I remembered that one of the actors actually passed away earlier this year. So or not early this year, but a couple weeks ago, I don't exactly know one time, but the guy that plays Chekhov. So I said, you know what, it might be a good idea to pick that pop up if it is available. I didn't think that was going to be available. So they looked and they found that particular GameStop that I was talking about had one in stock. So I drove down there and I was actually able to pick it up. So here it is. That is Chekhov from Star Trek Beyond. So again, unfortunately, the actor that plays Chekhov in the new Star Trek movies passed away. So I decided, to pick it up because, it's a cool pop to have. Again, as you guys can see, it is kind of plain, but it kind of pays a little bit of an homage to that actor that passed away. So I have that one in the collection. Again, my first Star Trek pop also. So from there, I decided to just go to the GameStop that I had signed up my name, to get called and stuff like that. And the reason for it is because there was two more pops that I wanted to pick up while I was there besides the Han with the bowcaster and Doctor Strange. And that was the Luke Skywalker in the ceremony and the Han Solo in the ceremony, the ones with the medals. So I showed up and they had the Luke Skywalker. So here it is. Again, this is the Luke Skywalker ceremony. This is from the 2016 Galactic convention. So basically he's got his yellow jacket on with the medal and stuff like that. Unfortunately, they were all sold out of the Han Solo. I wanted to pick both of them up, but I was able to pick him up. And then as I was walking in, they were actually opening up the shipment that had the other two. So I was able to pick up both the Han Solo with the bowcaster. So that's him holding Chewie's bow right there. If you guys seen the movie, you know what that's all about. So that's really cool. I'm glad I was able to get that one. And it's really cool. It's got like the little bags underneath his eyes and stuff like that. So I picked him up. And then obviously I picked up the Doctor Strange with the rune. So there it is. Really awesome pop. I don't know if you guys can make it out, but on his hand over here, he's got like he's putting up his hand and he's doing magic or whatever it is that he's doing. But really detailed pop. The goatee looks awesome. The hair with the gray on the sides. His clothing and everything looks really, really awesome. In the back right here, it gives you some information. So pick that guy up too. And then while I was there, I ended up seeing this pop, and it's not actually a pop, it's a Dorbs. I wasn't looking to pick him up, but she opened up the box, she had all those, and then she had this one too, and I had heard a lot about it, and I figured I might as well just pick it up because it's a special one, and that's obviously the Stanley Doors. So I picked him up as well. I'm not collecting Dorbs. I have a couple of them that I've gotten in some of the subscription boxes, but obviously it's Stanley. You kind of have to have that one. So I decided to go ahead and pick him up too. So that was my kind of mini haul for today, Friday. Obviously, some of them are from the Galactic convention, others are from the summer convention. And again, I kind of went a little overboard yesterday and today trying to get as many of the ones that came out just so I can ramp up my collection. And I mentioned it in previous videos. It's an addiction. It quickly can become an addiction, but it's fun. And I had a chance to talk to a lot of fellow collectors and fellow hunters and stuff like that, and just kind of talk about how, hey, I just got started. Some of them have been doing it for years, and it's a really, really awesome community. So I wanted to share you guys what I picked up, and let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.